Oh yeah, it's your boy Jose from Big Meat Sports. How are you guys doing on this lovely week? Yes, I know I was gone for a week. Attended a wedding in South Carolina, so yeah, didn't have enough time. Just been busy doing stuff with the family, and it was a great time in South Carolina. So yeah, some of you guys would be like, man, you didn't go on because the Dallas Cowboys lost. No. Hey, look, one, it was an embarrassing loss. I don't know how we, lost to the Green Bay Packers. But I just feel like Aaron Rodgers plays like the old Aaron Rodgers every time he plays us, but when he plays a different opponent, he plays like Zach Wilson. Uh-oh. Talk about Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson looks like he's gonna get benched there. He was averaging what 2.77 yards, 2.77 inches in the second half. That's how bad he was in the second half, and for the Jets, and for him to not take the blame, and when that reporter asked, "Do you think he left the defense down?" He said, "No." Man, you got to see. I don't. That locker room right now is probably, going crazy, and that's why I think they're doing the right choice, not even naming him as a starter. Probably going to go with Joe Flacco or the third string, but man, that kid has a lot of growing up to do. You got to take accountability of your play. A lot of quarterbacks, older quarterbacks, even some younger quarterbacks, always take the blame, and for him not to take the blame on that loss, oof. But let's talk. Oh, and one thing I want to talk about, because Thanksgiving weekend or Thanksgiving day is coming up in a few days. I do want to talk about, the mental health aspect of check on your peoples. We just lost, a great person, Jason David Frank. He was one of the Power Rangers. If you guys, grew up watching the Power Rangers, you know how this guy was an idol. I liked him as a Power Ranger. I think he was one of the best Power Rangers out there, and for him to die, committed suicide. This is to tell, coming up, the holidays. Just check on your peoples. It's mental health awareness month, I believe, and check on your peoples. It is it comes to the holidays where a lot of people, that lost loved ones are feeling down, so just check on them, see how they're doing. But yeah, man, rest in peace, Jason David Frank. You will be truly missed. But let's talk about the games this past weekend. Let's talk about this Dallas Cowboys. All right, look, I am not gonna shit you on this game. I really thought that, you know, it could go two ways. We're going to lose the game by close, or we're going to win the game by close. I was hoping for the latter of winning the game probably by 3 points, because you 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 come to look at this Minnesota team with all the offensive weapons. They have Dalvin Cooks, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and you feel like they're riding a high after beating the Buffalo Bills. So, and then you had the Dallas Cowboys coming off that embarrassing loss to the Green Bay Packers. I knew this was going to be a close. I felt like this was going to be a close game. I knew the Dallas Cowboys were going to come and respond, but I didn't know how they were going to respond defensive wise with all these weapons, because Green Bay didn't have all those weapons. They don't have the weapons like Minnesota does have, and Minnesota was 8-1 at the time. But man, oh man, this victory is something else. This victory, 40-3. Oh my goodness. When I mean this, it was a ass whooping. I'm just gonna say it like that. It was an ass whooping. And I mean, I've never seen, like, I've seen Cowboy games in the past. But this is one that I think they beat set a franchise record of win a home win or away win 40-3. But they're clicking on offense, they're clicking on defense, they're clicking on special teams. I mean, Maher had to go and kick two 60-yard field goals. I've never seen them review a play after the kick. I've never seen that. They might say otherwise, but they probably call timeout, whatever the case may be. But Maher then had to go back out there and kick another 60-yarder and drill it down the center. Look, again, they won in all three phases: special team, offense, and defense. Dak was, he was efficient. He completed, I believe, 80% of his passes. He went 22 for 25 with 276 yards and two TDs. I just felt like Kellen Moore had a great game plan, and I think that we stuck to that game plan. And there's a lot of audibles and plays that he did call. You can see Dak after that. Tony Pollard, I believe it was an 80-yard pass that he caught off the wheel route. You saw Dak go to look at Kellen Moore and said, "Great call." I need Kellen Moore to stay in that bag because I feel like sometimes, and this comes a testament to the Green Bay game, that where he gets too pass happy and stick to what we do best is run the ball to set up the pass. That Green Bay game in the fourth quarter, he decided to pass 20 times in the fourth quarter. That's not us. That's not us. What is us is this running game with Tony Pollard and Zeke. Zeke came back and look, everybody on ESPN and all these other networks are trying to force Tony Pollard and more touches and barely give Zeke any touches. No. It's really good how it is. Both of them had 15 touches. Both of them had 2 touchdowns. This team runs on our running backs. And to say that Dak it's a game manager, no. It's good to have options. It's good to run the ball and it's good to pass the ball. We have so many weapons that, yes, it's not the all these weapons that other teams have. That's the number one. They have 2 number ones, 3 number ones, whatever the case may be. CD Lamb's our number one. Michael Gallup is actually, if you kind of see his game, is getting better and better and better. And I'm liking that because once the playoffs come around, he is going to go off. And I feel like he's going to go off. That chemistry that him and Dak it's getting back to what it was. And look, OBJ, if you want to jump on this train, I would love it because now to have 3 good wide receivers on the field with that running game, I'm telling you, this team might just take it to another level. But this defense, look, this defense had to address an issue, and that was the run game. It's kind of weird because you saw that I don't feel like I felt like we addressed the running issue, but it's kind of because of the fact that we were up in the game, so Minnesota had to abandon the run. My main issue is, everybody likes to run on the edges on us. We don't like to set edges, and I feel like that's our weakness right now. Look at Philly. Philly addressed it with Dom Kasu, getting him on board, and the other guy. We didn't. We only addressed it with that one signing, but I think some people would say it's a scheme aspect. To me, I think what happened was they decided to put Micah Parsons, in the Green Bay game, decided to put him more of a linebacker role. No, let's keep Michael Parsons down on the line and make him cause havoc. He can set edges. He can do that. Trust in these young linebackers, as in Clark and Van Der Esch, and eventually Barr would come back. But Cox, Jabril Cox, you trust in these young linebackers to get the job done on the running game. I think that they did a better job. We're gonna see teams when we're not up, and we're trailing, continue to pound. That's when I want to see this run defense at its best. Not when we're up, because it's kind of it's kind of one of those things that it's kind of not the same when you're running for lead. But yeah, look, I love the way that Dallas went out there and handled business. It was it. I mean, I'm telling you, I just think that it's going to come down to the Eagles and Cowboys. Hopefully, it all lines up where it's Eagles Cowboys in the AFC NFC Championship game, and we take down the Eagles, because to me, I do think the Eagles are frauds. Look, they almost lost to a Colts team. They should have lost to a Colts team. And I don't believe in the Eagles right now. One team I do believe in, like the Chiefs, Buffalo, because even though Buffalo is struggling a little bit, but that's a lot. That's due to the fact that they have a lot of injuries in the secondary. But I don't just I there's something about the Eagles that I do not trust the Eagles, and it's all because of Jalen Hurts. I don't He doesn't do it for me. He doesn't I don't see him as an elite quarterback. But let's switch gears. Let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. So the Miami Dolphins were on a bye this weekend. I was trying to get some co-hosts on here that are diehard Dolphin fans, but they too busy at the they weren't available at the moment. But look, Dolphins on a bye week, and I think of this bye week for the Miami Dolphins came at a really good time. A lot of people, a lot of teams like that late bye week, get healthy, get ready for the playoffs. And this is what the Dolphins have in their disposal of that late bye week. Now, what I want to see from the Miami Dolphins is the running game. I want to see them be committed more to the running game and not abandon it so fast. They have a really good running game, and I don't think that they use it to their disposal as much. They get kind of pass happy because they have electric wide receivers, Waddle and Tyreek Hill. But I want to see them, to grind the clock, get, give me some 7-minute drives, 8-minute drives to help out that defense. And then what I want to see from the Dolphins is to protect Tua. This offensive line has been doing a little bit better the past few weeks on protecting Tua, and I want to see that continue, because I do feel Tua, when in there, is your best chance to win. Tua is a proven winner and keeps on winning, and as we see, there's a lot of Tua haters that don't believe it. I do. Um, I do think that he can get it done. But yeah, I want to see this offensive line protect Tua, get more of the cohesionness and setting up blocks, because with Tua in there, it's the best chance to win. Now, am I saying Super Bowl bound? Hey, you never know. One thing I do also want to see out of the Dolphins after this bye week is their defensive pressure. Defensive pressure just from the front four. You have Bradley Chubb that is in there. He played a couple games after getting traded. One, I believe, is one or two games. But I want to see the Miami Dolphins create pressure with just their four-man front, and not you know getting these exotic blitz from their free safety or linebackers. I want to see them create pressure from their. Oh, hey, there you go. Hey, sorry about that noise, but I want to see them create pressure from their front four, because what needs to get better from the Miami Dolphins is their defensive backs. They are struggling now. Xavier Howard's doing a lot, but he has some nicks and injuries. They have a lot of injuries on in the corner position. With They don't even know if Byron Jones is going to come back this year. They have another one. The top players are out, so the Miami Dolphins, I do think that it benefits them from this bye week coming at a late stage for them to get healthy for the playoffs. But I do want to see this defense get a little bit better. It's just that's the only thing that has me a little skeptical about picking the Dolphins to go all the way. It's because this defensive back, this defensive back line, of the the linebackers and the DBs. That's the only thing. But they have, what's coming up on their schedule is, the Texans, the 49ers, and Chargers. And I want to see them dominate the Texans. The true test is going to be the 49ers. The 49ers have a really, really good defense. And as you see, this past Monday, the 49ers just manhandled who they're playing. The Arizona Cardinals. Sorry, I just got a mind blank there. But they manhandled the Arizona Cardinals in all phases. Their defense is serious. Their offense is clicking. So this is going to be a game where I can really gauge where the Miami Dolphins are at right now, because they will be tested in the with against that offense, 49ers offense. That defense is going to get tested. So we're going to see how the Miami Dolphins fare these past few games. But I do feel like it's set up for the Miami Dolphins to have a good playoff run. I do think that the Dolphins might win 1 or 2 games in the playoffs, and you might see them in the AFC Championship game, maybe playing Buffalo. You never know. Maybe playing the Chiefs. You never know. So it'll be a good matchup. But I do think Tua and this whole offense and offense can get it done. I'm just worried solely on the defense. But before we end this show, hey, where we go? Let me see. Hold on. See. Yep, there you go. We're gonna talk about some our knucklehead play of the week. And look, it is so funny. I am showing you guys this because I feel like this was the funniest, and this is John Ridgway, our former player. But watch this power bomb on our knucklehead play of the week. Boom! Hey, look, I mean, he did power bomb him right there, and oh my goodness, that was that was a f- that was probably the best power bomb I've ever seen. I've never seen a power bomb happen ever in an NFL game, and I saw that happen. That was, hey, look, that has to be my knucklehead play of the week. We're gonna keep on doing that. That's gonna be a little segment that we keep on doing. If you guys have any suggestions on knucklehead play of the week, please send it to our Instagram page, tag us on it, send it to us wherever. If you have my phone number, send it to us a phone number. But thank you for guys for tuning in this week. As you guys see on the bottom of the ticker, we are on all major platforms. Just look up Big Meat Sports Podcast, and you can check us out. Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. We're on everything, man. So check us out. I greatly appreciate you guys. And again, check on your people during these holidays. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you on the next episode.